everyone, thank you so much for coming or for coming back. Today I'm going to show you how to make carrot cake muffins. Now I know that carrots and carrot cake are generally more associated with the spring and Easter time, but I really think that carrot cake just gives me sort of like fall vibes, and I really like to add a few different warm spices just to really drive that home. So I will be making them all throughout the fall and probably into the winter. So all the ingredients and measurements are listed down below and we can start baking. So first, for our carrot muffins, we will of course need some carrots. Now I don't generally peel these, I just make sure to give them a nice thorough washing, and then I will cut off any sort of ugly bits around the ends, and then they are good to go. I'm just going to go ahead and give these a grate on the largest hole size of my box grater, and then we can go ahead and put those into a bowl and set them aside. Next, we are going to mix together our dry ingredients. This includes flour, brown sugar, baking powder, baking soda, and a generous pinch of salt. Next, I realized that my bowl was much too small, so I went ahead and swapped that into a much larger bowl for mixing later on. And now we are going to add our spices. Now, like I said, I like to add quite a few warm spices just to give these carrot muffins a nice fall feel and taste to them. So I have ginger, allspice, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Now I am using a whole nutmeg that I'm going to go ahead and grate up on my microplane, but if you only have ground nutmeg, then that is just fine. Just go ahead and give a nice generous pinch of nutmeg. Then you're going to go ahead and whisk this all together and set that aside as well. Lastly, we are going to combine our wet ingredients. So here in my measuring cup, I already have my sour cream and my milk mixed together. And to this, we are going to add our 2 eggs, our oil, and our vanilla. Then you're going to go ahead and give that a nice little mix together with a spatula or a spoon or a whisk or whatever, just to get it combined before we start mixing all three, our dry, wet, and carrots together. So first, we are going to go ahead and add our wet ingredients into our dry ingredients, and we are going to give that a mix. Now, I'm not going to mix it all the way until it is completely combined here. There's going to be lots of little dry flour spots, but that's fine because we don't want to develop too much gluten and end up with tough muffins, because we are going to mix it even more once we add in our carrots. So just go ahead and give that a mix until it's like 75 or 80% of the way mixed. It really doesn't matter. Once you are happy with that, you can go ahead and add in your grated carrots, and then you're going to mix this until it is completely combined this time. Make sure you get all the way down to the bottom of the bowl, because this is quite a bit of batter. Once these are nicely mixed, you can go ahead and pull over your muffin tin. So this is going to make 12 quite large muffins, and in order to make them nice and large and have a very beautiful muffin top, I used the ring from a large mason jar. I did talk a little bit about this in my last muffin video and why I do this, but if you have some rings like this, then you can go ahead and pop these on top, and this prevents you from having to use these fancy bakery style muffin tins with an extra little divot in them to make the beautiful muffin tops. If you don't, then you can go ahead and just cut this recipe in half, and it'll just make 12 regular muffins. So go ahead and put a ring with each little muffin cup hole, and then you're going to divide this batter evenly between all 12 of your muffin cups. Once your batter is all divided, these muffins are going to go into a 400-degree oven for 10 minutes, and then you're going to reduce the temperature down to 375 degrees. Now I like to start it at a higher temperature just because it allows the muffins to rise to their full potential nice and quickly before the insides start to fully bake. Once you have reduced it to 375, you're going to leave them in the oven until a skewer or a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. At this point, you're just going to go ahead and leave your muffins to cool for about 10 minutes until they are cool enough that you can handle them. Once they have cooled for about 10 minutes, you can go ahead and take them out of their tins, remove the rings, and leave them on a wire rack where you can leave them to cool completely before eating them. But of course, if you cannot wait, like I could not, then you can go ahead and eat them when they are still nice and warm and steamy right out of the oven. They are so tasty, especially if you add just a little bit of butter. That is amazing fall flavor right there. That is exactly what I want all fall and all winter long, just sitting in front of the fireplace with a muffin with some butter and a cup of tea. It is perfect. So I hope you make these, I hope you enjoy, and I will see you next time.